Hey, it's me, Riley, and welcome to Riley's Gardening Adventures. Summer is coming to a close, and fall is just around the corner. Now is the best time to start planting for fall. Come join me as I show you the seeds I have chosen. With 11 different plants and varieties, you're bound to find one you want to try yourself. Today on Riley's Gardening Adventures, Adventure 9, Fall Seed Lineup. Let's begin!
Today's going to be a different video. I'm not going to do a review or a taste test or even a garden tour, but I'm going to show you what plants and seeds I'm going to grow for this fall. Last fall in 2021, I grew chard, bok choy, and kale and spinach, and I really didn't have that much success. So I'm hoping this year will be much better. This year is already on a good start. We have more varieties and more plants. We got my garden bed seeds and my container garden seeds. We're going to start with the garden bed first. As you can see, all of these seeds here are not American branded. They're all Korean, and the reason is because I've been recently getting into Korean cuisine and stuff like kimchi and all that, and I said, what is a better chance to eat kimchi but homemade? So I decided the best way to make homemade kimchi is to grow it from home, and that's why I got some Napa cabbage over here. You may be wondering, how can I even understand how to grow these? They're not in my language, but some of them have English instructions. You have to use some Google Translate and all that stuff, but yeah. See, there's only a little bit of English, so you really got to do your research, and I was able to translate them all after some painstaking work. So first, we got Napa cabbage. Now, Napa cabbage is one of my favorite cabbages, and they grow really well. I seen YouTube videos on it, and I was like, I want to grow that myself. And if I could grow it myself, I'll save a lot. This seed packet cost me $2, and Napa cabbage cost about $2 a pound. So if I can grow a lot of these, I save a lot of money. Speaking of Napa cabbage, I already have some growing right here. I seed started these because these take 80 days, and I also have some already growing in containers. So the next seeds I'm gonna grow is kimchi cabbage. So it's similar to Napa cabbage except smaller. I only got this because I thought maybe this is more suited for kimchi, and the Napa cabbage can be used in other dishes. So we'll see how that goes. It kind of looks like bok choy. Then we got some red leaf lettuce called jokchima. I haven't ate red lettuce before. I've mainly just eaten the green lettuce you get in salads. So I'm really interested on how the red lettuce will taste like. I am expecting it to look really beautiful and ornamental in the garden. And I'm hoping that this variety is good because I can't really read what its features are like. Next, I'm gonna grow two types of radishes in the garden bed. Daikon radish, which is, I researched this, and it's basically Asian radish, and then this one is sweet baby radish, which is an all-American selects variety, and this one is said to grow really well and has a beautiful flavor. So you already know all-American selects from Chef's Choice Black, so if that has a good reputation, then this probably tastes good. Daikon radish, on the other hand, I'm not sure how it tastes. And I already like Korean food, so this will probably taste really good as well. If you guys want to look at the back of the seed packet, good luck on finding out how to grow this. I think this is even meant for the Korean growing season, but I got all these seeds from my local Korean store. And lastly, I have for the garden bed mustard seeds. Now, I don't know what to do with mustard seeds. I googled it, and they said you can use it as like a spinach substitute, or use it in other types of dishes, and I don't even really know. I thought mustard was just that stuff you eat with your hot dog, but I didn't know it came from a leaf. So I'm curious and excited to grow this. I don't know if it will taste good, but it's always good to experiment. Now we are to part two. Part two is going to be my container garden. I decided to pick all American branded seeds. Now these are all Burpee. I can already see some people being like, oh no, I don't like Burpee, but I live right next to a Menards, and it's very easy to get Burpee seeds, and they're affordably priced and they're pretty reliable, so I usually get this brand. Now, I also get from other brands, so if you don't like Burpee, you can try to find these varieties and somewhere else. I'm sure you can find some. Now, the first thing I'm growing is kale, Lacinto kale, or Lacinato. And last year I grew kale, but it was premier kale, and it didn't look like the traditional kale, so my family didn't really like to eat it as much. We're gonna put this in a soup called Soupa Toscano, and that's a really good soup. It's with potatoes and bacon. And this one is an heirloom. Next we have an American flag leek. I don't know much about how leeks taste like. I think it tastes similar to green onion and all that. I do remember that meme with the girl spinning a leek, so let's see how that tastes. Then I have what I'm most excited for the container garden, kohlrabi, which is a radish looking type of plant. This is the stem, and all parts of it is edible, but you have to shave off the outside. I have early white Vienna, and it's first time going kohlrabi. I'm gonna put it in my biggest container, try to get as much as I can. I'm really excited to taste this. Heard it has good calcium and vitamin D and all that. It will take 55 days to grow. It's gonna be really fast. Next is my Oli turnip, purple top white globe. Now turnips, I have never ate a turnip before, so I don't know what to taste this with, but I'll find a way, and I'm excited to grow this. Has 4 per 12-inch containers, and I have a lot of containers, so I'm gonna have a big harvest. Purple top white globe. Now I got 2 radishes, and I decided to get a lot of radishes because I remember eating them in stews and they're really delicious. I got cherry giant, and I also got crimson giant. Both of these grow really fast. It only takes 1 month. 30 days for crimson giant and 22 to 25 days for cherry giant. 12 plants per container. I have a lot of containers right on the way. So as you can see here, these are empty containers. I removed a lot of the tomatoes already. The ones that have been dying. I've only kept a few, but I'm gonna pull out the big boy, the better boy. The mortgage lifter somehow revived itself from blight, so I'm keeping that around. The better boys still growing. Cherry punch on the end of their lifespan. And oh my gosh, my cat, I need to get him off. All right, now we're inside because it started raining after I got my cat safely inside. But overall, I'm very optimistic about this fall season. Last year wasn't as great, but with more experience, I think it'll be much better. And I'm happy that you guys will be alongside me and to see how my gardening goes this fall. So, this concludes the fall seed lineup. Stay tuned for more adventures on Riley's Gardening Adventures.